I hope you guys are strapped in, you are excited, and you're ready for this liftoff with AMC stock. I think this was only the start of a major rally. We're going to look at the data that does suggest this, but I don't think it's going to be a straight shot up. So I want to let you guys know what I'm expecting over the next couple of days, where we could ultimately end by the end of the week as the data does suggest. Other than that, we're going to go through everything you guys need to know, and there is a lot to cover in this video. So I'm going to try to run through some things pretty quickly because there's just a lot you guys need to know, including the 13F filings. We are seeing a lot of bullish activity. I broke down how many buys we have seen, how many sells we have seen, and how many firms have been holding AMC throughout the month of October so far. So I'm excited to bring you guys that data, as well as that just the Ortex data, Stocko tracker data, because we are seeing a bit of a gamma squeeze. The tweet that Adam Aaron put out on his Twitter today, what Jim Cramer said, and what the Motley Fool has been saying about AMC. So this is all a mouthful, but before we get into it, let me introduce myself. My name is The Creative Investor. If you guys came here to grow your net worth as fast as possible with any trade or investment that offers you a big return, that is what we are here for, to help you guys make money and to provide the due diligence. So if you guys want to be a part of that, hit that subscribe button, hit the like on the video, comment down below, let me know what you think about this video and this information. And with that, let's get into it. So in all fairness, we do have about 20 minutes towards the end of till the end of close today. We are up 5.3% on AMC stock. So today was definitely a big win. And what I want to point out, just obviously, if you guys have not seen, the bullish rally is confirmed. We were seeing the 50-day moving average, which has been our resistance level, at about $40 per share, actually been ticking up over the past couple of days at $40.18 per share. So we did rip above that. Now we are substantially higher. So if we do come down a little bit, that 50-day moving average is going to be our support level. I don't necessarily think that is going to happen. This is just signifying to you guys this was a huge level that we did have to break out of, and that's exactly what did happen. We are seeing 4 green candlesticks in a row. Last time this happened was back here with this major rally. But what I want you guys to know is when you see 3 to 4 green candles, like right here, 1 2 3 4, you see 2 to the downside, 1 2 3, you've seen 2 to the downside, 1 2 3, 1 to the downside, and 2 kind of trading downwards, and then another 4, and then back down. So what I'm expecting over the next probably 2 days is either sideways trading, meaning you don't go up more than, you know, 0.5% or 1%, or down 0.5% or 1%, and then ultimately by Thursday and Friday, or even Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, tomorrow might just be one red day, or who knows, we could continue to rally. I'm not a fortune teller. This is what the pattern is telling us, that we are going to see a slight down day, in my personal opinion, coming in the next, you know, day or two, and then by the end of the week, we should continue on a even bigger rally. I'm looking for a candlestick like this one back here, going up 20.34%. I think that is going to happen someday towards the end of this week. I think ultimately the data does suggest, which we will look at the option chain, that we could go to, you know, $52 per share by the end of this week, as long as we do see that big day, that 20% moving day. And I think it's going to happen, and we are looking at the volume that has increased yet again. On Friday, we were looking at 46.5 million for volume. Today we beat that. We're at 47.1 million for volume, and like I said, there's still about 16 minutes of trading left for the day, so this could be, you know, much higher, as we do get a lot of volume towards the last, you know, 10 minutes or so of trading every single day. Now let's briefly talk about the option chain. As we do know, this Friday we do have a lot of contracts that, one, did go into the money today, but we do have a lot that are just outside of the money. Take a look at this. The $43 strike, 6,400, another 6,400 at the $44 strike, at the $45 strike, 13,000, and then 4,000, 3,500, 3,000, 2,000, and then the big one right here, the $50 strike at 10,000 for open interest. So all in all, you're looking at millions of shares that will have to be hedged by the market makers, and just the overall enthusiasm around AMC, the short thesis is getting crushed, as well as earnings that is coming out November 1st. And statistically, if you guys don't know, 60% moved back here from earnings on March 10th, and then right here, May 6th, 1 month later, went up 1,000%, and right here, August 9th, the last time we had earnings, went up 100%. So, but in all fairness, it does take about 2 to 4 weeks before we do peak out after earnings. So I think this is only the start. I think it's going to be a long continued rally. by earnings, if we get some crazy number that really just destroys the short thesis, which I do think will happen, you could see a decent amount of shorts covering their short positions. But I don't expect anything too crazy, guys, because even back here, this whole rally went up 1,000%. We've seen the short interest go from 20% down to 14% at the lowest end. So we only seen about 25% of shorts actually cover on their short positions. Likely the smaller guys, the medium, liquidity hedge funds, the big guys were not forced to cover. So we're going to be obviously over $80 per share. A couple $100 per share before the larger guys would be actually forced to cover. So I do think the data suggests here we could, by the end of this week or next week, be approaching these highs that we did see, back here September 13th at about $50 to $53 per share. So that is my take on it. Do expect a down day someday throughout this week. You can't just go straight up, but who knows? I'm not a fortune teller. Now let's talk about the Ortex data. We're looking at 17.13% short interest of free float, 87.61 million shares that are sold short. Still a very large amount. I don't think shorts are actually covering today, as the Ortex data is just flat out wrong a lot of the time. Share utilization is at 87.83%, so relatively unchanged. Free float on loan pretty much unchanged as well. Went down just a little bit, but we're not actually, we are seeing quite a bit of return shares. So this is probably these shares from the free float on loan going back to their owners without actually being shorted into the market. And like I said, free float on loan at 21.9%. So nothing too crazy as far as the changes here. Short interest down quite substantially today, down about 0.5%, about a 0.5%, but I don't expect that is actually the case. Like I said, Ortex is just flat out wrong a lot of the times with their data. And now along the same lines as the whole gamma squeeze and looking at the option chain, 140,000 calls that are out of the money, 34,000 calls that are in the money. We already took a deeper look at the option chain, so I don't want to go over this too much, but this is how it was looking last week as well. So you can still see a lot of people purchasing options on Friday, and somebody thought that I said in one of the last videos to buy these options. I'm not your financial advisor, but I don't like buying options on AMC. It's too much of a gamble for me until you can confirm the shorts are actually covering. No good in my opinion. You're better off with the shares that will never expire. Now, this is something that I want to run through pretty briefly. I already added this up and did the math and numbers for you guys. So 8 firms have sold out of AMC since October did start. We have 29 holds, and these holds are in between, $40 on the lower end and, $57 on the higher end. The average price on these positions is $47 per share, and we have 7 firms that have bought new positions. Some of these are quite substantial. You're looking at right here, 617,500 shares, 64,000 shares, 48,500 shares, 29,000 shares right here. So quite large positions that are now starting to be purchased. Definitely a sign in the right direction. And if these average positions of these 29 firms that have been holding are $47 per share, there's no reason you would hold a stock if you thought it was going to go down in value in the next coming quarters. So I do think, there's a high bullish sentiment among hedge funds and institutions to hold on to their positions nonetheless. Now, let's briefly talk about Adam Aron's tweet. He says domestic industry box office grosses more than 300 million and the 14 highest day total, and the biggest 14-day total since February of 2020, some 20 months ago. Hashtag the big screen is back, and that is exactly the case. AMC has been purchasing a lot of theaters. They are, the number one theater industry or theater chain around the world by the number of screens, and this has even increased from 2020. In the last video I did call out that they do have about 8,000, a little bit over 8,000 screens. That number is likely higher than it was in February of 2020 now. So definitely beating all of the competition. A lot of this money is going straight to AMC's pockets. As far as everything else you guys need to know, the Motley Fool did put out 2 bullish articles today that we did cover. One of these, it says, "Are you sure you want to short AMC Entertainment stock right now?" Very bullish article on AMC. If you guys have not seen my video on this, definitely check that out. Also, Jim Cramer saying that he basically doesn't know why anybody would short AMC at this current moment. He says he's, you know, very happy about what Adam Aaron is doing. Actually, let's just pull it up. Jim Cramer, let's pull it up. He says, why Jim Cramer says AMC Entertainment CEO Adam Aaron is pulling off a miracle. And he does go on to say that a lot of people think the stock is overvalued, but he says, why when the liquidity drops does the price not go down of AMC? That is really what we were seeing when we were consolidating around, you know, the $30 range, where the volume had really fell off and we didn't see that volume anymore, but we didn't see the stock tanking in price. So this is all you guys need to know. Definitely a lot of bullish sentiment. The rally is going to continue, but do expect a pullback one of the days this week or next week. Who knows? Not a financial advisor, not a fortune teller, that's for damn sure, but it's just common sense at this point. But this rally has only just begun. So that is going to wrap up this video. If you guys got any value out of this video, hit the like button, consider subscribing. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this video. What is your price target by the end of this week? And if you guys do want to support the channel, link for public, link for Webull, as well as the link for the buy and sell alerts. We made a lot of trades today on Robinhood, on DraftKings, on some other stocks as well. So if you guys want to see those trades, be a part of that in real time, whether it's a day trade, swing trade, or long-term investment, and just to get my thesis on these trades and why I'm doing them, check that out. It pays for itself, and we would love to have you over there. So that is all for this video. I will see you guys in the next video.